This is awkward. Look how uneven these strings are. Wait, we're going to fix this. All right, let's try it. Okay. Look at that. Good as new. What is up, Netflix fans? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about a brand new animated movie on Netflix. Now, prior to Klaus, I would have been like, oh no, an animated movie on Netflix, but the last couple of weeks have been fantastic. I cannot wait to talk about this. I need you in the comments section down below. Have you seen this? Are you going to check it out? And let's get into it. So, I Lost My Body is all about a story of Naufel, a young man who is in love with Gabrielle. In another part of town, however, a severed hand escapes from a dissection lab determined to find its body again. So this is actually a French animated film. I don't know if I've ever actually seen a French animated film before, and is directed by Jérémy Clapin. I don't know if I did that right. I think so. Probably not. Regardless, I was excited for this because I've been hearing interesting things from so many people. People in my comments section saying, Austin, you thought Klaus was good. Wait till you see I Lost My Body. It's another great animated film. And I have to agree with them. This movie was just an atmospheric, surreal, almost experience with beautiful animation and a really incredible, well, two really incredible stories that somehow managed to come together at the end. So on one side of town, you have this story about this guy who has just really lost his way completely. This is not a spoiler, it's at the main beginning of the film, but he lost his parents at a very young age, and he was taken in by, I believe, an uncle and a cousin who just aren't the best human beings, and he had so much talent when he was younger. We see him playing the piano, doing all kinds of, how did I just pronounce piano when he was younger, doing all kinds of fairly incredible things, but now he's just a delivery guy, and he's not even really all that good at that because he's constantly showing up late, and there is one delivery that he is late for, and they have a fairly poetic conversation, and he starts developing not feelings just yet, but he wants to find this girl, so he looks and looks and looks for her, manages to seek her out, kind of gets a bit stalkerish towards the middle of the film, but I found it kind of funny because it was sweet at the same time as it was a bit weird. He manages to seek out and find a career that allows him to work close to her, and their relationship begins to build as she learns who he is and where exactly he came from. But what I loved about that storyline is it's not just your average rom-com schmaltzy thing. It's like, no, I love you, babe. No, I love you. No, they're learning things about each other. They're consistently finding out new information, and they go about it in such a almost a prophetic kind of way, and it hit me. Unlike anything I expected this movie to do, right? It hit me in a place that just felt deep and emotional, and a lot of that could have to do with the gorgeous animation. When I first saw this trailer, I'm like, oh, that kind of reminds me of the Spider-Verse animation, but it turned out to be very different. It is colorful, it is vibrant, the way that they utilize flashbacks, they go into black and white territory, and when it needs to be colorful, it is absolutely, but the majority of the movie is a bit gray. But that's because the questions that are being asked and the decisions that the characters are making, they're not very happy decisions. They are gray decisions, especially when we get towards the end. And then on the other side of town, we had this little, like the Addams Family hand, just running around, running through the neighborhood, trying to find out where is my body because I lost my body. Now, there are some questions that people are going to be asking about this hand. Is it actually doing what we see it doing? Is it all metaphorical? These are questions that you may not get answers to by the end of the film. I did find the ending to be a bit left up in the air, not necessarily in a bad way because it does leave you asking questions, and I do think that was the director's intentions. This is a movie that is going to mess with your emotions, that is going to play with you. Many things happening on screen are metaphorical, or they mean something a bit deeper, and both of these things going on different sides of town come together in such an unexpectedly beautiful way. It almost reminded me of the twist in Your Name, an anime that came out a couple of years back. Two completely different things, right? But the emotional gut punch that it gave me was just like, okay, dang. And then our main character, he is just struggling. He's going through pure mental turmoil at the end. And all of this spawning from what some people will say, oh, an animated movie for kids, right? This is an animated film that clearly is not intended for adults. No. This is a very adult film. There is cursing. There are all sorts of things. You can do subbing or dubbing. Now, if you do the dubbing, Dev Patel is actually the voice of our lead character, so I found that to be extremely interesting. I went about it both ways. I did subbing and then I did dubbing. I'm like, oh, I like the voices here, but hey, Dev Patel, he's pretty good. You can do either way and get a lot out of it. Regardless, I Lost My Body is just a very unexpected, emotional experience. This is a film that was floating around and was purchased by Netflix, so Netflix did not originally intend to release this, but my goodness, they got the rights, and they may have an Oscar contender on their hands. I don't know what the push is going to be like for I Lost My Body, and I don't know if they're even willing to go that far with it, but hey, represent, man. I Lost My Body was really, really, really good, and I think a lot of people are going to enjoy it. Some are going to watch it, roll their eyes, and just think this is something that is trying too hard. And I guess I can see it from that perspective. And like I said, you're not going to get all of your answers at the end, so don't expect this ending to cap off every single storyline, and you're going to be 100% happy with that. No, but that may be the intentions of what the film was going for. Regardless, if you guys enjoyed this review, if you like this video, you want to keep seeing me do these Netflix things, smash that thumbs up button. It really helps out this channel. I am going 80% for I Lost My Body. I feel like I've been throwing out the 4.5s, 5 out of 5s a lot recently, but 2019 has just been an incredible year for movies, and this is one of the more surprising ones. This could end up on my most surprising movies of the year list, so stay tuned for that. Also stay tuned because Titans Season 2 just ended today. I'm going to be talking about that later on, and I'm posting so much you probably ain't going to get a notification for it, so just be on the lookout. You guys are truly the best. I'm going to go watch some more movies, you know.